Hey, there's Joe Sonical Disruptive. How are you? I'm good. So let's get into a new album coming out by the band MARIANAS Rest. They are a band from, where are they from? Finland. They are I would call them a Blackened Doom metal band. There's definitely hints of melodic death metal in there as well. But they're a very moody band, let's just say, from Finland. And this may be, I apologize, I didn't do my research. This may be their third full-length studio album and maybe a couple EPs. I'm not sure. I believe they started in 2013. Anyway, their album is called Auer. It's spelled A-U-E-R, so my pronunciation might be off, but it comes out on March 24th via Napalm Records. And I really enjoy this album quite a lot. Now, it's very doomy and very slow at parts, but not into the funeral doom territory. Not that slow, but there's a definite doom aspect throughout the whole thing. One of my favorite things about this is they allow the songs to sound simple. Doesn't mean that they always are simple, but they allow them to come across as simple, so you really hear the melody lines and you really hear the textures going on and the atmosphere. This album is really driven by a oppressive atmosphere that consumes you. It's the type of album that you listen to and you get enveloped by it. But the band doesn't feel it necessary to go all out all the time. There's a ton of light and a ton of shade all over this album, and it makes it really enjoyable. In fact, the drumming on this is very understated, and it's refreshing. Now, I enjoy a great performance by the drummer. It's nice. Sometimes, though, if you simple it down, and just create a really basic drum pattern where you're just sometimes it actually makes the songs more powerful than if you're kind of muddying up the whole mix with being all over the place. There's a place for all different methods, but that adds a lot of power when you can keep it simple, straight, and at a ton of atmosphere like this album does so well. It really creates something that stays with you, and it keeps you in the heart zone. A lot of times metal, you get pulled out of the heart and into the head, especially when it gets technical. I love technical music, I do, but a lot of that it's just up here, man. You listen to it and you're like, oh shit, what are they doing, man? That's crazy. And it's all up here. It's nice to listen to an album that keeps you right in the heart. The emotions are very strong on this album, and it comes across very frankly. It doesn't come across as a put on in any way. It feels heavy. It feels depressive. It feels sad. It feels very melancholic. And if that's something that you enjoy and are looking for, you really need to give this album a listen, because it is very strong from an emotional standpoint. Does a great job of combining in electronic elements with it as well. There's nice keyboards and just different nuances and textures all throughout this. The songs do grow, but they grow slowly. You need to be patient. A lot of these songs are a little on the longer side. I think there's 8 songs altogether. And the shortest song is, it's just under 6 minutes. So they stretch, it's kind of 6 to 9 minute range is kind of where you're looking in the songs. So there's a lot of movement in these songs, but they kind of grow slowly. It's not sudden changes. It's just this slow growth and this intoxicating kind of somberness that takes you over and is really good listen. But a song like White Cradle is just so minimalistic that is so refreshing to listen to, with a great vocal melody line. There's spoken word in here that works very well. The last song, Sirens, features Aaron from My Dying Bride. Gives a great vocal performance. Just a lot of really good music in here. The Ground Still Burns really features that black metal side of them, where there's just a ton of tremolo picking and it's just very oppressive. But there's always a real through line with a really straight ahead, beautiful melody that travels through each and every one of these songs, which makes it a memorable experience. You have harsh vocals and you have clean vocals, but not over the top like you get with some of these. It's not so mechanicalistic where you, I don't even know if I said that right, but where you know what's coming. You know, here we go with the harshness. Here we go with the clean vocals. It's not that. It's very well placed, and the album, although it sounds simple, also sounds very sophisticated in a way. It's just got that, you listen to it and you're like, yeah, there's something there that is part of the magic of music that you can't necessarily put your finger directly on exactly what that thing is. It's making it sound sophisticated, but it does. And yet it sounds simple. And it sounds heart-wrenching. And it's a beautiful, dark, heavy album that, again, if you're into that sort of thing, if you love yourself some Catatonia, there's nothing here you're not going to like. You know, if you like Opeth, you're going to like this. If you like My Dying Bride, you're going to enjoy this. A lot of that darkness is all over this album, and it is a very good listen. So give it a shot. Give it a listen. Mariana's Rest, Auer, March 24th. Napalm Records. Check it out. It's really good. Thanks.